I get it. A lot of you still don't understand how this all works. So I'm going to try and explain it to you from the top. Elf on a Shelf has amassed at least 30,000 viewers. So obviously ignoring him doesn't make him go away. What makes him go away is losing the audience. And the only way his current audience is going to wake up to his shenanigans is if we tell them what his shenanigans are. If we don't tell everybody what his shenanigans are, he's going to continue misinforming the public and spreading lies and having people running around the place repeating rumours. It's our duty as creators to set the record straight, to show the receipts that disprove the rumours. You may not be one of those people who needs to hear it. And that's okay, just don't play the video. But there's at least 30,000 others out there who do need to hear it, who need to understand the end game that they're getting roped into. One question that comes up a lot is, why is he so obsessed with dun dun dun, the files? Why is he still telling people that those files are so important that he's spending all his time obsessing about them, possibly at the expense of his own marriage?
So I started thinking. And I remembered going back to my notes, and my documents, and the texts, and the Signal app, and the whole shebang, right? That I asked two questions. One to Karen, one to Aiden. Same question. Now, to their benefit, for the benefit of the doubt, neither of them knew that I was sitting on Natty's files. So one time, in one of my conversations with, it was a telephone conversation, I asked Karen point blank, when will you reveal the part about the Title IIIs on Morrissey's phones? And she acted like I was speaking a foreign, like I was from Mars, speaking a Martian language. She had no idea what I was talking about. She says, what's a Title III? I said, I'm sorry. The bugging of Morrissey's cell phone, an officer's phone. She says, I don't know anything about that. I do not know anything about that. I said, all right. I said, well, there's information that they were. She said, I have no idea, Sean. Now, okay, benefit of the doubt. She doesn't have to tell me. I mean, that's stuff that probably was supposed to be secure between her and Aiden, right? And I didn't front the fact that I had the file from Natty Nat. I'm sorry, Natalie. I'm sorry. I didn't tell her I had the file. I said, okay, fine.
Oh, so Natty probably made it all up. Just like she made up the story that Aiden was being instructed by Karen to harass witnesses, but only after Karen stopped talking to her and she was chucking a tantrum, much like Sean's doing.
So I made a phone call to Aiden. Now, Aiden, at this time, we're battling back and forth. And I just said, frig this shit. I said, Aiden, what's the story about the wiretaps on Morrissey's cell phone and office phone? He said, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I said, Aiden, stop now listen. If Susanna ever comes on the show, right, which I doubt she will, she fucking hates me now for all this bullshit, which is fine. She will recount a story where I had to actually physically go into my closet and have this huge brawl with Aiden over the phone. And I called him everything under the sun. You this, you that, you're lying. I said, I've got the file. He said, what file? So he denied ever knowing that someone made a statement to say that Morrissey's cell phone and office phones were bugged.
Let me see if I got this right. You believe some garbage that Natty invented, and both the supposed sources of that garbage have both said, what the hell are you talking about? And that didn't indicate to you that it was garbage?
Now, mind you, this is like, he's well into this now. He's way into it. He's like, dollar signs coming up the wazoo. Because let's face it, it's a big story. Huge. This is a huge story. In the hands of the wrong guy, but for him it was huge. Huge. Too huge. Too big for him. Too big. Ownership was never his. Ever. So what did Aiden do? He does. He says, I got a call from Sean McDonald. And he said, I don't know, he said, Sean said I was a fool and I was lying to him. And you know something? Sean's right. And I will admit to everyone, yes, Morrissey's cell phone and office phone were bugged by the FBI. Okay?
You know what? Saying I can't verify that is a bit different to saying you lied. Most of us are committed to verifying information before we put it out there. And as Aiden has said many times, many of Natty's ramblings couldn't be verified. Especially the ones where she was mad at Karen and made up stories about her and Turtle Boy. Anyway, why is Sean still obsessed with this notion that the wiretapping has to be true? Today we got the soundbite that I was looking for so that I could show you guys why he's obsessing about it.
The prejudice is that the whole reason the Commonwealth was doing this was to stop Mr. Carney's reporting. That's why they didn't want to give him back anything. They wanted to get in there. Remember, at the time, the FBI was investigating these people. They were dying to know what was in Mr. Carney's phone about the FBI investigation of these people. Mr. Carney was eating their lunch in the media, exposing them for all sorts of untoward behavior in the Karen Reed case, and they wanted to stop his reporting. They took his phones under this never-before generated theory of witness intimidation. They took all of his devices, they cleaned out his house of every computer, iPad device in there, and they kept it.
Did you catch it? Elf on the Shelf wanted to be the witness. The witness for what?
They were dying to know what was in Mr. Carney's phone about the FBI investigation of these people.
That's right. Elf on the Shelf wanted to be the person who elicited confessions from Karen and Aiden about knowledge of wiretapping by the FBI. By obtaining those admissions, he would become a witness in Aiden Carney's witness intimidation trial, and in turn validate one of Natty's harebrained schemes to frame Turtle Boy. And as Sean well knows, if Aiden goes down for any of the claims Natty has made, then Karen goes down with him.
But what I've read in those documents, what Grant, whatever his name is, GSE, Grant Smith, Ellis Smith, whatever his name is, what Kevin Lennon, right? What Matt Phelps, Rita's got him, John Como has him, right? Who else? A whole list of people have him. And they're all coming up with the same thing. Man, did he fuck up. Man, did he put the spotlight on Karen. Man, what is wrong with that kid? Those are his words, not mine. I'm not trying to put Karen in jail, but here we are. Here we are. I'm just hoping that Telly, powers to be, I don't even know who the prosecutor is. It's probably Cosgrove. I don't even know. I don't know who's handling what. But guess what? He got himself charged, right, on the substantive charges, right? He's put Karen in a trick bag for conspiracy. Every lawyer knows this. Every DEA agent knows this. Every FBI, Coffin Daffer, you know this. The sources know this.
There's probably a whole lot more I can tell you about Natty's lies, but I'd have to dig through Turtle Boy's own videos to be able to find all the information and put it together for you. But rest assured, the elf on the shelf knows exactly what he's doing, and he don't care who he takes out while he's doing it. So, if you believe in Karen Read's innocence, but you're still following Sean, you can't have it both ways. You can't take Turtle Boy down without taking Karen Read down. It's plain and simple.